Breakthrough is a Christian drama film based on the Christian book The Impossible, which is based on the accounts of Joyce Smith and stars Chrissy Metz, Josh Lucas, and Topher Grace, and Mike Coulter. The plot of Breakthrough is that we follow the inspirational true story of a mother's unfaltering love in the face of impossible odds. When Joyce Smith's adopted son, John, falls through an icy Missouri lake, all hope is lost when he basically lies unconscious for a good couple of minutes. But as John lies lifeless, Joyce refuses to give up. Her steadfast belief inspires those around her to continue to pray for her son's recovery, even in the face of every case history and scientific prediction. And this movie reminds us that faith and love can create a mountaintop of hope, and sometimes a miracle. This movie was great. This film had a very powerful, inspirational message, and I really love the message that they're trying to send as a Christian. Christian movies for me are hit and miss, because some of them are really great, some of them are okay, and some of them are really bad. But there are some good ones. Heaven is for Real, The Son of God, even, yes, The Passion of the Christ. I'm probably going to lose a couple of dislikes for saying, subscribers for saying that. But I actually enjoyed The Passion of the Christ. What happened with that movie is that I let that movie grow on me. I still can't understand what the hell they say in that movie, but I still really much love that movie. Because at first I hated it. Then I thought it was okay. And look where I'm at now with it. But that ain't the point. The point of this movie is that this movie really does do a good job at its message. And I do believe in God, and he did die for our sin, for us, so we could live, and for our sins. I really love the performances in this movie. Chrissy Mays, Josh Lucas, and Marcel Royce. So the acting in this movie is strong from those three. Even very strong from Topher Grace and Dennis Haysbert and Mike Coulter. Great talent in this movie. Great talent. When it gets to the part where the son drowns, that scene and that entire half of the movie, that brought almost tears to my eyes. But I really do love the way it plays out, and it plays out in a very emotional way. And it reminds me a lot of Heaven is for Real. And if you've seen Heaven is for Real, you know what I'm talking about. I do have one little gripe here, and that is not the movie's runtime. The movie's an hour and 56 minutes long. It gets you straight in, gets you straight out. And it's not overly dramatic either, not overly sappy. It's dramatic and emotional when you need it to be. My gripe here is the plot is really predictable. I did find it predictable in a lot of parts, and that does come into play. But I do admit, I do like what they were trying to do. And the Easter, it's a shame that this movie didn't make as much money as it could have, because the Easter weekend it was released, it was the lowest one, because the studios avoided having a release major during that period to avoid competing with Avengers Endgame, even though you had Hellboy and After come out the week before that. and Shazam and Pet Sematary came out another week before that. So I don't really see what the point of that was, but all in all, I thought the music was great. I thought the acting was great. The directing and the writing was great. This is a really great film that should be seen, and I'm going to give Breakthrough a highly recommended, only because the plot is very predictable. He lives, but at the end of the day, this is one of the better Christian movies I've seen. Let me know what you guys think of Breakthrough down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Be sure to follow all my social media links in the description box down below. And also, if you want to chip in some $50 here for the channel, you can do that if you want to, but otherwise, it's up to you. And be sure to follow all my social media links to check out my official merchandise store. You guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.